Was that, hang on, was that 1,000 exactly? I think it was.
Let's do a few more.
Okay. In a truck bed filled with spent ammunition packaging, only one man could tell you about this gun.
What's up, guys? Jake with TN Tactical coming at you with a special follow-up review of the Century Arms AP5-P. This is, of course, an MP5K Clone variant made by Century Arms, or rather really imported in. And I wanted to give you a quick follow-up review about this because we've actually gone through 1,000 rounds through this firearm now at this point, trying various different kinds of ammunition. And we want to talk about some of the things we noticed about this particular gun in that 1,000 rounds and just let you know what you might expect. Now guys, I gotta go ahead and tell you, YouTube has been going after the different gun channels on their platform, and we have definitely not gotten away from that targeting. If you want to help support the channel and not pay any money at all, we do have a campsite page down below with a bunch of great links to great deals that you can find, and they do help support the channel. If you actually do want to contribute money to help pay for ammo and things like this that we do, you can always give us a super thanks on YouTube, or you can also subscribe to Patreon, and we actually have plans to put out extra content on there in the very near future. Whatever you do, we really appreciate it.
I've been shooting all kinds of footage he hates, and I'm going to make him let you look at it. It's going to be fun.
Now, in our time with it, we did have a break-in period of about 500 rounds. Half of that was spent with the 124 grain like they recommend, but we also used 115 grain, 147 grain, both suppressed and unsuppressed.
Uh-oh! That was a neat piece of footage.
Yeah. Oh. I'm going kind of fast with it too, though.
Well, I mean, as one would.
But
that's how it was in the 80s.
It seems like it's kind of getting a little bit better as we go.
Yeah, it is seeming to loosen up, honestly.
Yeah.
It's starting to sound different to me, too. Are you, hey, you enjoying that slap? Do you feel like you're back in the 80s?
This is literally worth the price point.
Oh.
After that first 500 rounds, we did go ahead and clean it very thoroughly. Then we continued to proceed with another 500 rounds. In that entire testing period, we did have a few hang-ups with the firearm, especially with 147 grain flat nose, which is expected. I mean, anytime you're using a system like this, there's no feed ramps built into an MP5 to actually help assist with flat nose rounds like what we use with our original 147 grain. Check out my bolt action MP5. It's real good now. After doing some research in our initial video and realizing that flat nose rounds have a huge issue feeding in MP5s, I went ahead and got some 147 grain that has more of a round profile, and we had a lot less issues, but they were not without issues completely.
Oh no, senor.
This, boys and girls, is why you don't use flat nose in the MP5 or MP5 variant. MP5K variants. So MP5 has a longer barrel than this. This being the AP5P, it's a clone of the MP5K. It's got a shorter barrel, and because of that, it's a little bit persnickety when it comes to actually doing things. This is a working man's gun. This is something who's like, knows the mission parameters, knows what they're getting ready to get into, knows what they're getting ready to use this gun for, whether it be, you know, hostage release or behind enemy lines. Maybe they got to go suppressed. Maybe they need a shorter configuration.
Or your EDC and your Lamborghini Countach.
The point being, though, you have to kind of configure this particular firearm for the mission that you're going into. For this situation, we want to go suppressed. We wanted a short barrel. We had to get an 80-degree locking piece that actually costs a couple of $100 if you're looking for it. I know the HK community loves to buy up internal parts, but the 80-degree locking piece, my understanding, is more or less just a unicorn piece that you have to have if you want to run 147 grain suppressed and an MP5K. It's the only way it works and cycles and functions reliably. And we had the same issue as well. We had the original 100-degree or 110-degree, I can't remember what the stock locking piece is in there, but it had all kinds of issues when we were trying to run suppressed with 147 grain. And that's what I wanted this baby to do. So if you're looking to get one of these and you want to run it like this up with a suppressor, short barrel configuration, you're gonna have to pay a little bit extra money to get a little piece of steel that goes in there. Yeah.
It's a very precision machine.
Yeah. The point being, this is a working man's gun. You got to make sure you set up correctly for whatever the parameters you're trying to go for. If you're not wanting to run suppressed, then you probably won't need that 8-degree locking piece. It should run just fine with regular 115 and 124 grain. In fact, they recommend 124 grain for the break-in period, but probably 124 grain is just going to be the standard you want to use right out of the box. We still have about 2 or 3 times where the gun did actually jam, and it was an issue where it wasn't either extracting the round or it wasn't fitting the round properly in there. Given a piece of like 1960s technology and firearms, I'm kind of okay with that because we only cleaned it, again, 1 time between the 500 rounds break-in period and the remaining 500 rounds. So, jams a couple times, okay, sure. Whatever. The gun's super accurate, super fun, super low recoil. While it is a fraction of the price, my understanding is with this particular one versus an actual HK, you're only paying for that HK stamp on the side when you actually go with the full mod, when you actually go with the original. God, I can't talk. This came with a wonderful pistol brace from SB Tactical, which, what day is it? It's January 14th. The ATF has come out and just said that you can't have these on here, hence the reason why we are going ahead and reviewing this 1,000-round review today while we're still legal with it, while we still can. The pistol brace span is on the very horizon as we speak, and it's over there, yeah. And we got to get this done. We love this gun so much that we wanted to get this final review out to you after we've shot more rounds through it. Would I recommend it? Absolutely 100%. Now, let's say someone's in your house, you need something. If you don't have anything else, I think this is a great choice. My main concern is the fact that, yeah, it doesn't have the last round bolt hold open, obviously. So if you're in a self-defense situation, you're not really trained well enough on your firearm, that could be a concern. So for me, would I use it for self-defense? Sure, if I didn't have anything else.
I would use it over quite a few things, I think.
I mean, with it taken down to this size without the actual pistol brace or stock that you may attach to it, that's another thing I don't like about this. Look at that. Except for this floppy brace I got on here from SB Tactical.
It happens to all guys at some point, man.
I really, really like it. Something I've always wanted. It's something I got to shoot. I love it. We don't want to break the law here. On Team Tactical, we keep things very much on the up and up.
Can you show us what's between you and the law? How many screws, for instance? How many
These 2 screws right there.
Those screws are between you and the law,
That's
potentially.
That's it.
Allegedly.
Allegedly,
potentially. Bird!
Guys, if you enjoy that kind of content, make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below. Did you pick up a Century Arms AP5-P? Love to hear from you. We will see you next time. Ow!
Sweet God.
Or you subscribe. In fact, upon
Hang on. Is that problematic? My skin's so frozen it's taking shapes.